Well, sea level rise impacted our community on March 11th, 2011, and that was the disaster in Fukushima, Japan. And we had the tsunami warning. Now, we have a certain area of our city that's very low-lying. We sit very high. We have high bluffs in the northern part of our city, but the southern part of our city is where we have mobile home parks. And so we got the warning and evacuated the southern part of our city. And as it was a good exercise for our city, it's the first time we've ever had to do that. We were very fortunate that we didn't experience flooding because at the same time we had a negative tide. But as a response, we activated our emergency operations center. We had to close our beaches, activated the Red Cross. And as the mayor, I went to look at the beach closures, but I went up to the Red Cross evacuation centers to talk to the individuals that were evacuated, assure them that everything was great, try to get a time when they could come back to their homes, to their trailers, etc., and complimented them on how well the evacuation went. So it was a wake-up call for the city, it was a good exercise, and it was a wake-up call for the residents that this could happen at any time. I think we need to continue to practice. We had the opportunity to go to a FEMA practice exercise in Emmitsburg, Pennsylvania, where we actually got a 3-day training in emergency preparedness. I think we need to continue to collaborate with our Emergency Operations Center, the Red Cross, and to continually never take it for granted that a disaster could happen at any time, and continue to educate the population on being prepared. The government can't always get to you. Red Cross says have 3 days of supplies, work with your neighbors, and continually have that mantra and continue to do education and outreach. That's the best that we can do. And also keep our infrastructure sane and up to date and safe. I think a bipartisan conversation about sea level rise has never been more important. There's too much partisan politics going on right now. We've seen too many disasters occurring. We've seen the weather change. And if we don't begin to sit down and work together and address the changing weather and how it's impacting our communities, then our constituents are going to be left holding the bag. We are not serving our constituents, and our cities will be inundated then with debt. Our constituents will then be damaged. Their homes will be damaged. We will not be able to do our jobs efficiently, effectively, and do our jobs for which we were elected to do. And if we continue to say there isn't climate change, there is climate change, and make it a Democrat or Republican issue, then we're not doing the job that we were elected to do. And we have to start now. What I've learned today is that you can wordsmith it, you can call it nuisance flooding, you can use different words to bring people to the table, but the most important thing is the words you use have to bring people to the table, and you have to educate. You have to be passionate, and you have to show a commitment. You have to dedicate resources, and you can't give up. You have to continue to speak the speak and walk the walk and talk the talk and prepare your city the best that you can to prepare for the changing climate. And we owe it to our children, and we owe it to our grandchildren. Well, California faces different challenges, I think, than the East Coast, although flooding is flooding, rising waters. We heard a lot of references to San Francisco, but our challenges are the same. I was so inspired by the work in Hoboken, New Jersey, where that mayor has taken a lead and looking to solve the problems in the long term. And she's talking about making infrastructure changes in terms of storage, in terms of getting rid of the water, in terms of long-term infrastructure changes on multiple levels, and changing the face of her city, in addition to changing development standards. So all of the changes to address the climate change are happening on multiple fronts, and that's what we're all going to have to address, make those hard decisions.